Good morning and welcome to BJC Halacha A number 1709. Halacha A keeps the Yetzer Hara away, continuing the laws of Hanukkah. And we're going to do the introduction to Hanukkah, as tonight is Hanukkah, dedicated in loving memory of Daniela Bas Tzvi. It is a long halacha, but we'll do the best we can. During the era of the second Beis Hamikdash, the second temple, when the Greek kingdom was in power, they imposed evil decrees against the Jewish people, designed to put an end to their religion. They did not permit them to study the Torah or to perform the mitzvahs. They plundered their property, abducted their daughters, entered the temple, violating its sanctity and defiling its purity. Yisrael, the Jewish people, was in great distress because of them, for they oppressed them bitterly until the God of our forefathers took pity on them and delivered them from their dominion and rescued them. The Hashmonaim, the sons of the Kohen Gadol, of the high priest, defeated and killed them and delivered the Jewish people, Israel, from their dominion. They appointed as king one of the Kohanim, and the kingdom of Yisrael returned to power and endured for more than 200 years until the destruction of the second Beis Hamikdash, unfortunately, the second temple. When Israel triumphed over their enemies and destroyed them, this happened on the 25th of Kislev, which is tonight, the Jewish date, 25th of Kislev. They entered the Beis Hamikdash, the holy temple, and found of the pure oil in the temple, in the holy temple, the Beis Hamikdash, only one jar that was stamped with the seal of the Kohen Gadol, the high priest. This oil was sufficient to burn for only one day, but they lit the lights of the menorah with it, and it lasted for 8 days until they crushed olives and extracted pure oil. For this reason, the sages of that generation ordained that these 8 days, beginning on the 25th of Kislev, should be days of rejoicing and praise. We kindle lights in the evening, starting tonight, near the entrance to the house every night during these 8 nights, in order to display and reveal the miracle. These days are called Chanukah, which means it is a contraction of Chanu Chavhei. They rested on the 25th of Kislev. For on the 25th of Kislev, they rested for their enemies' onslaughts. Another reason for the name Chanukah is that during these days, they dedicated the Beis Hamikdash, the temple, which is called Chanukah Sabayis, dedication of the house, that had been defiled by the oppressors. Some authorities say, therefore, that it is a mitzvah to somewhat embellish the meals on Chanukah. We talked about that. Another reason for celebrating Chanukah is that the construction of the Mishkan, of the tabernacle, was completed during these days. You should tell your family the story of the miracles that were performed for our forefathers during these days. Nevertheless, a Chanukah feast is not considered a mitzvah, as we talked about, unless you sing songs and say praises to Hashem during the meal. On Chanukah, you should give charity generously, for the days of Chanukah are auspicious to correct flaws of the soul through the giving of charity, especially when it is given to support poor Torah scholars. Thanks for listening. Have a happy Chanukah to each and every one of you, and to sponsor future Halacha 36 100 for the gold, and we hope to see you tomorrow.